Thanks, Chair. I just wanted to address some of the comments that were made. It is clearly written in here that we want to have this study or these witnesses' testimony as a part of the impact of inflation and interest rates, the study that we have going on, because none of these people, I don't believe, have testified or been witnesses under that study just yet. And to address the comments about what academics are saying, I think it's time to stop listening to the academics and start listening to Canadians. I think that you can talk to any Canadian today and they're feeling more pain than they've ever felt before. And we all know that 40% of the pandemic spending had nothing to do with COVID at all. And we know that this government tried to reward some of their friends, their liberal connected insiders, consultants, the We Charity scandal happened, all in between the pandemic. And all of these things, this government continues not to fight to have inflation come down, but fighting what the governor of the Bank of Canada is trying to do by increasing interest rates and lowering inflation. This is something that the governor himself said, that this government's fiscal policy is working in direct opposite direction of what he's trying to do by getting inflation down. And the Liberals seem like they think that Canadians have never had it so good before. 2 million Canadians in a food bank in a single month, it's not a good sign for this country. And I would argue that there's more and more people turning and leaving Canada. More than 400,000 people left this country because of the cost of living. That was the number one issue why most newcomers are thinking about leaving, is because of the cost of living. And given that all of this is happening, this government still wants to hike the carbon tax 23%. They still want to do that. And common sense Conservatives will continue to tell this government to axe the tax and spike the hike that they want to raise the cost of gas, groceries, and home heating. And once again, 70% of Canadians know that it's not working. That's why they reject this carbon tax scam. Canadians don't get more back in these phony rebates than what they have to pay into it. We know that. Emissions have not come down. This is more pain, and there's no environmental gain in it. And once again, a Liberal premier, we know 70% of premiers are against this carbon tax, and even a Liberal premier has spoken up and said, spike the hike on April the 1st. So given all of that, this is all contributing to the pain, these interest rates that are staying higher for longer because the government continues to spend, and we already know that they're probably going to miss their deficit targets again, according to Desjardins, which means more debt, inflation will stay higher, interest rates will stay higher, and more Canadians will be at risk of not just being delinquent on their credit card payments and their mortgages, but Canadians could start losing their homes because Canadians are most at risk in the G7 for mortgage default crisis. So I think this is a very important study that this is all new information that I think needs to be included in the study of inflation and interest rates. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, MP Helen. I do